It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the veteran Jonnu Smith. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Lions and the 49ers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candle. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw into the hands of London. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws, maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 17 carries, 77 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Watson. Able to slither by. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Here's Watson. That is caught, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. The Lions at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
The slot man in motion right. From the 50, it's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. To the air yet again, Watson. And fights him off. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Deshaun Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 57 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. They'll have a tough time.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now back to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. Back to throw again. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this from 37. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And this offense on 3rd down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Watson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number 1, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Barmore in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Watson. Well, that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk, 55 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, the 49ers getting set to trot out there. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Detroit.
They run the counter with Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. From the 31, here's the 2nd down and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the 31, Watson right back to Cook for another completion. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Holloway, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8.
the 22-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense so far on third down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. On third down, Achane. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Watson. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Watson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second down in the yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Nnamdi Madubuike able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense and their quarterback Deshaun Watson set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And it's caught. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jonnu Smith from 6 yards away. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Roughing the kicker, defense.
Out here, this is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker, the penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Achane to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The 28-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, Achane. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down. Slot man moves right. Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Now Watson.
This one complete to Burton.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Watson now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw, Watson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. To the air yet again, Watson. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They run it again with Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Running right, here's Achane. He's stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. 2nd and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The Niners on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got a man, it's London.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
That's another 49er. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw again.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Now a toss right side. Achane with it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Devon Achane. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Cook up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
48 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit, because you and I both know, heck, they knew, this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport, because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now, because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Detroit,
they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.